Okay, I've been saying this since back in March, but it is finally time to take on our junk/playroom closet, and it's gonna be an extreme one, guys. I have so much stuff to go through in here. This is it. This is the drop zone. We've got home decor, kids clothes, baby toys. It started as a closet, but it's turning into a bit of a series. So after I take on the closet, I think I'm gonna be doing a little facelift to the playroom. After moving our youngest out, I think this room has had a bit of an identity crisis. Doesn't know if it's a closet or a bedroom, a playroom. I'm gonna take that on in the next video. But first things first, in order to clean the closet out, I needed to clean up the playroom so that I had space to take everything out of the closet. I like to start with a blank space. So here I am cleaning up everything in the playroom as it is in its current system. Before we jump into the video, if you are new, I'd love to have you hit subscribe and make a lot of cleaning motivation and also makeover videos. Also, if you could like this video, it would help my channel out so much. Last order of business, if you are ever looking for a link for something, most likely it is in my description bar, but if you can't find it, leave me a comment and I will look for it for you. The crazy part, just remember that everything will get worse before it gets better. My goal was to clear everything out, and as I was taking things out, I kind of put them in piles of these are things I know will go back into the room, or if I knew I was going to donate something, I set it aside. I think the reason I put off organizing this closet for so long is because it's the one that required the most decisions. There were so many things in here that were like, do we really need to keep this, or where can I store this in our house? So I am here to tell you, if you are putting something off, go for it, because I feel so much better now. So taking on this project meant that not only this room, but other rooms upstairs took a pretty good hit as I was deciding where things were going to land. There are a lot of moving parts. I stopped and listed some of these things on Facebook Marketplace to hopefully get them out of the way and to minimize the house in general. If you guys are watching this as some motivation while you work, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you guys are working on. And if you're like me while I watch these videos, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you are eating. So up here we've got Christmas stuff, baby stuff, books, and this marker that came with our house. It's so fun. Okay, so a little recap. Here's where we're at right now. Each pile has things to go through, but I'll start and explain each pile. We've got home decor over here. I'd like it so that we don't have any home decor in the closet at the end of this. These are all the toys that are most likely going to be going back into the closet. This is our last box left over from our move to this house over 2 years ago. Most likely trash in there. This cart over here I need to go through. It's got things that just got stuck on there, and you know, who knows. Over here I've got a couple Christmas things that I need to stay inside, so they'll probably be going downstairs in our bench. Other holidays, sell/donate pile over here, and then what's this guy? Trash right there, and then take to the garage. And this unit over here I'm gonna sell. It's got our winter gear in it right now, and a bunch of books and then important home documents. I always say this, but it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. And these are the clothes I need to decide on whether they're gonna stay or go. But I need to go through all of the clothes because we're coming up on a season change here in Indiana. Okay, so next step, I am gonna go ahead and take over my things that I know that I'm donating. I have a small pile from the rest of the house, so I wanna just get that stuff out of here. I'm heading out anyway to go get some baskets for the stuff that I want to put back in. Let's go. Alright, so here's the plan. I knew I loved the pink stackables at the store. I'm thinking that I'm going to use this for all of the stuffed animals. And that gives me back a basket that we currently have the stuffed animals in. These are going to be my up top baskets. These are the baskets that I got from Target that I have in the other closet. And these will be all of the toys that we need to access. I think that my hope is to narrow things down so that we only need to use one of these. We got two. I picked them up for $10 at a garage sale. Then I got the bins myself. I was hoping to be able to sell one of them. So if I can get it so we have empty on all of them, I will hopefully sell one of these. Randoms, actual animals. So there's a gorilla in here, cat, dog, actual animals. Frozen, Elsa's downstairs somewhere. And then these are kind of like more special ones, I guess. So I have a free basket to go back in the other closet now, and I am going to go ahead and put the baby doll stuff in there. Something that I want to be like we have to get it down and it's its own activity, because otherwise they just dump everything on the floor and they don't use it. This is gonna be up there with our imaginative play. I've mentioned this a lot recently, but we got a new couch and every single seat of it has storage in it, which I still think is the coolest thing ever. So I put some of our seasonal stuff that we don't need very often down in here. Time to just dive into this swamp over here, figure out what's going on. Alright, I want to take a minute and thank Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. So you can explore new skills or even deepen your existing passions. I love that Skillshare is for creative and curious people because I've always thought of myself along those lines. Skillshare offers membership with meaning and creative classes designed for real life. So those classes range from daily art challenges to photography skills, even interior design basics. And that is what I have been taking. I've been learning how to decorate rooms so I can improve my house, and even these videos for you guys. I've always felt like I don't know what I'm doing design-wise, but this has been a great place for me to start learning. It's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription, but for a limited time, you can use the link in my description to get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. Thanks again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. So now we can add in the cart to our storage part if we want to put something back into there. I don't know yet. Good news, we officially live in our house 2.5 years later. This is my new trash pile. I got a little overwhelmed with the pile, so now is when I started taking things out that needed to go out. These things were going down to the basement. I also went through the big unit that was in there and found a new spot for all of our winter gear and donated some of the blankets that we weren't using. While this closet was our junk closet, it also held some of our most important papers, so we recently got a filing cabinet and I took all of this paperwork down to the filing cabinet to go through that later, and got this unit out of the room to put out for Facebook. I think somebody picked it up the next day. Then I started taking everything off of the wall because it was at this point that I decided, you know what, I think I'm gonna just do this whole room. I've been watching a lot of The Home Edit recently, and I love a good rainbow, so I decided to color coordinate the books to put back into the closet. If you have the time for this, definitely recommend. It's very aesthetically pleasing, but 100% not necessary. It's just so fun to look at, and apparently we have no red books. Going through the toys wasn't that difficult. You can see that I had things kind of sorted into bins before. I didn't have as many as I needed and I wanted a more uniform look, so I grabbed these $5 or $6 bins from Target, and I think I had 7 of them, and I sorted the toys out into categories, which I will explain later. old sensory bin that I had for the girls. I had beans and rice mixed into it along with some toys. Now that we have that little table downstairs, the bin is kind of unnecessary, so I bagged everything up, and whenever we want to use it, I can just pour it into the bins that we have in the table. Now is the time where I just sit and think and Pinterest, and I was deciding if there was anything that I wanted to do to the walls. I went ahead and put the baskets back in the closet to see what space I had left on the walls, and then I ran out to Lowe's to grab just a little paint sample. Leave me a comment down below because I'm curious. When you paint, are you somebody that has to tape everything off, or do you like to freehand it? I personally just hate the time that it takes to tape things off. I want to move so fast and get things done, so I have learned very slowly to kind of freehand things if I can. Here I needed a very sharp line on the edge, so I did a little bit of both. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I had an idea, but honestly was just kind of going with it to see where it would take me. I've seen a lot of people painting arches recently, and I wanted something that we would see if the doorway was ever open, so I thought this would be cool to try in here. Good morning. I made a lot of progress in here last night. I'm thinking this is going to be a two-part series. I'm going to try and move this dresser over into the girls' closet so that all of their clothes are now going to be in one place. And we'll have a blank space in the room. I just think it'd be nice to have everything in one place, all of the clothes in one place. I got this in here by myself. Do we think that I can get it out? The last thing that I did for the closet was take this card out here and spray it an aged brass color, and then I took the girls' broom and mop set and changed the red into a more neutral white. so nice to see the floor in here. Quick little tour of the space. Of course, it's always going to be changing a little bit as I go and have more things to add when the room is done. I think this will probably switch up a little bit. I wasn't sure if I wanted the cart in here. I think I might move it and leave this open because I want somewhere to store our foam nasium, our big Bloxy pieces, the foam things you see our girls playing on. When you come in, I've got these cute little mirrors. They're from Target dollar section a while ago. I don't think that they're there anymore. We've got our little arches that we painted. Down here is all of our baskets of toys that we need access to. I take from these bins and then I put out in the spaces in our house and I kind of rotate them out weekly. So let's say we want to get out the magnet tiles. We've now got this basket of magnet tiles, and when we're done with them, we can put them back in here. So that's how we keep it tidy and organized. These are things that I didn't necessarily want the girls dumping onto the floor anymore. I didn't end up labeling these because you can see them right here what they are, but I might go back through with my black labeler. I've got Barbie dolls, the dolls in there. This is more like brain games I got in here, so some puzzles, there's like racing activities in there. This is my sensory basket of all the things that I put out for different sensory activities. I think eventually I would like this to be more organized in its own station. For now, we've got beans, tongs, different things that I add into our sensory bins downstairs in our little table. This is stackers and sorters. And these are all the wooden toys. I've got a wooden puzzle in here. It's a little Montessori game. And if you didn't see my other closet makeover, I'll link it down below. We have another set of baskets, so this is not all that we have. They're over in the other closet. I was kind of sad that I couldn't find the matching pink one. They were all out. But I've got white, which is all of our winter clothes, pink, which is all of our Play-Doh activities. Up at the top, we've got things that I don't access very much. These are baby toys. Those are ones that I'm saving. I went through them. If we have another baby, I want those toys. These are electronic items. One empty bin, one special memories bin, and one kids Christmas item. So like the kids Christmas books, their ornaments, things that'll go upstairs when Christmas time comes around. We've got extra baskets. Again, those are for setting out activities. I often set things in baskets on the shelves for the girls, and then an extra blanket. This is our little Melissa and Doug cleaning set. Down on the shelf, we can swap out castles in the playroom whenever we'd like. Another favorite ball game. These I think I'm going to keep for things that the girls might want, so they can come in and grab them if they want and take them out. They were also smaller specific sets, so like this is a specific set of wooden blocks that builds a little city. And these are all of our wooden pieces and stacking rocks. This is open for future things, and this is a puzzle, which could actually go in my puzzle bin in the other closet. And then over here you saw my color coordinated books, because super extra, but I love it. And then up top we have, these are little mini books that Charlie likes. I love how simple it is now. We know where everything is, we can get to everything. Hopefully we can keep it clear in here. Having things organized in here makes life easier out here. It makes toy rotation easier. What do I do with the playroom now? I want to make some big changes in here. So if you want to see part 2 of this series where I take on the playroom, hit subscribe and comment down below and let me know your thoughts if you have any for what we should put in the playroom. Oh, I should show you guys this, I forgot. I'm gonna go into the girls' room when I'm done with it, just because I think that's where they would prefer it. This is our stuffed animal stacker. Those could go in there, but I do think I'm going to put them in the girls' room. I'm also working on some updates in the girls' room, which I'll be sharing in another video. So there's a lot of videos coming your way. I hope you got some motivation from this and are inspired a little bit to organize something in your life. Even if you just take on your small junk drawer, I promise you it will make your life easier. So this was our junk closet. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon for another video. And as always, happy cleaning!